Inside this modest-looking white building are a couple of great train layouts, because this is the home of the Youngstown, Ohio Model Railroad Club. There's a large HO layout downstairs and a beautiful O-scale layout upstairs. There are many good scenes on this layout, including this nicely done grain elevator and siding. Now, by now, some of you may be thinking, that building sort of looks familiar. What is it? Well, it's actually a Kitbash Lionel grain elevator built by Jim Martyr, one of the charter members of the Youngstown Club.
Started life as a standard Lionel grain elevator, and I knew as soon as I saw it I had to have one for down here at the club. It's a nice sized piece of equipment. However, through my travels out west, I was convinced that we needed more than just a square elevator. Every town seemed to have a square elevator and also some silos. So in order to accomplish this, I looked around and settled on some 3-inch PVC pipe, which of course can be obtained at most any hardware store. I chose the 3-inch size because it was closer to scale. The 4-inch was a little bit too big and overpowering, where 2-inch was a little bit too small. The 3-inch was more to scale than the other two sizes would have been. I figured the length that I would need, cut them to length and glued them together, as you can see, in a line. Let them dry, and then for the top we used a regular piece of 1/4-inch flat wood. If I remember correctly, it was an old orange crate side, but sometimes they're hard to find nowadays. But as a lot of us modelers do, we have stuff squirreled away that we've had for years, and this happened to be one of those. The top was also made this way. This sits on top of it. A few strips of sandpaper for a simulated roof. And the only alteration at all to the kit was to cut out the roof on one side so that the silos could fit snugly against the structure itself. Other than that, there was no other alterations made to the unit. To construct the silos was very simple. All you need just to measure the length of the tubing. Most anyone can do that and cut it. The top piece, which is all one piece, was very easily done by, once you have the 4 tubes glued together, just set them on top of the wood and draw an outline. And when you cut it either to 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch wider so that it overhangs. So as you can see, looking at the structure, it's very simple. I would say within 2 evenings' time, there's no reason why you couldn't have it done. It's very simple. You glue them and let them dry. A little bit of cement-colored paint and some black paint, and you're complete. The structure is placed on the layout, as you can see, where you would find on any prototype railroad. It's along the main line with the siding and roads leading into the elevator, where the farmers can bring their grain in to be put in the elevators and separated, stored in the silos, and then shipped out in the cover hoppered cars. Of course, you have to notice that the trucks themselves are readily available from Lionel. It's a regular grain truck, and they complement the whole structure very well. Kit bashing this Lionel grain elevator is very simple. It doesn't take an engineer to do it. It's fun, and when you're done with it, it'll certainly enhance your layout, and I think you'll enjoy it very much. Give it a try.